99.9, the heart and soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. WEFM is SVG.
It's time for Shakeup on WEFM 99.9.
And the time is now 10:30 p.m. here, a.m. here in St. Vincent and the rest of Eastern Caribbean. You're locked on to the Clean First Sound with FM 99.9, and it's time for our Shakeup's program for today, Wednesday, the 26th of November, 2025. Your Shakeup scripture reading will take it from Psalms 26, verses 1 to 3. Vindicate me, Lord, for I have led blameless life. I have trusted in the Lord and have not faltered. Test me, Lord, and try me. Examine my heart and my mind. For I have always been mindful of your unfailing love and live in reliance and your faithfulness. That was your Shakeup scripture reading taken from Psalms 26, verses 1 to 3. You're locked on to the Clean First Song with FM 99.9, and if you just joined us, good morning to you. Remember, Shakeups is an interactive program. So the numbers call 457-9997. The numbers to call again 457-9997. Also to be interactive on WhatsApp, you can call or text as well. 457-9997. Today's Shakeup host will be hosted by no other than Mr. Noel Jackson.
Good day to the brothers and sisters, both at home and in the diaspora, who are listening to this program on WEFM, the Clean Fresh Sound. Today is election eve. And the people of this country will be going to the polls tomorrow to make a decision whether the country is going to continue to advance or whether it is going to regress. And I say this with no reservation whatsoever, because I've been around, not only in St. Vincent, I've been around all over the world. And I was not touring. I was learning. Unlike some people, they go to tour because they have money. They can jump on a plane and go on a vacation here. I couldn't do that. Anytime I leave this country, is to learn. And learn I did. So I can afford to tell you that where we are in St. Vincent, we weren't there 25 years ago, 24 years ago. Some things I saw in my travels, they have just begun to happen in this country under this regime. But most of my travels were done under the NDP, because I began to travel to train in 1979. Right up until 1994. So I can tell you that the period 1979 right up until 2001 when we removed the NDP from office. We were a country that was behind. And there's no if or no buts about that. I can tell you, we are a country that was behind. And we still have a long ways to go. We still have a long ways to go. Because as I said yesterday, that if we make the mistake and put the NDP in office, even we give them one term, it's going to set us back for about 25 years. And that's a fact. Because it is not like you break down a door and you take it and you put it at the side of the house. And then when you're ready to put on that door, you can just take it up and rehinge it. It's not as simple as that. It's going to talk, you have to talk about infrastructure, you're going to talk about the economy, rebuilding the economy, rebuilding our institutions. Look what Trump has done in less than a year in the United States of America. Look what Kamala Bissessa has done to Trinidad in just about 6 to 7 months. But some of you brothers and sisters may not be following those things because some of us don't. We take life for granted. We take the things that have been done in this country over the last 24, 25 years for granted. We think that they are easy to be done. They're not easy to be done. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of smarts. You have to make friends. And friends who can trust you and who you can trust. And those relationships are not built up overnight. So what I'm simply saying to you is that tomorrow is the day of decision. We cannot take things for granted. The NDP seem determined to get into government at any cost. Their violence and hatred are coming to the fore, are coming to the front every day in this campaign. And as they realize that they're losing, they're becoming more desperate in their lies, in their deceit, and they are intensifying their efforts to mislead and to bribe the country. They're getting a lot of money to bribe people in the country. Some of them can't even pay their bills, in the constituencies. but they have money specifically to bribe to get into office. Get into office for whom? For the people who are funding them. So, our sovereignty is at stake. Our dignity as a people is at stake. Our culture is at stake. The workers' program, the workers' agenda that was established by the Unity Labour Party in 2001 is at stake. And if we do not protect those things, we are going to regress in a significant way. The NDP is seeking to make an argument that they overnight can wave a magic wand and make everything all right in this country. Do you believe that? Do you believe that is possible? It is not. We are in a global inflationary cycle. All over the world, inflation is spiraling out of control. We have been able, through targeted interventions, to keep things at a particular level. And in our manifesto, we are telling you the things that we are going to do to further keep it at a reasonably affordable level, despite all the challenges, global and otherwise. The NDP is offering you, a pie in the sky. And you cannot afford to let them succeed. They are promising you a pie in the sky. And it is, as I describe it, to fill your belly and empty your head. That is to say, give you a belly full. But when you get a belly full, what next do you see? What next do you do? Obviously, you may have to make frequent trips to the toilet. When your head is filled, what do? You develop a culture that contributes to your integral development. You're able to think better, make better decisions, receive better opportunities, both home and abroad. And it puts you in a position to have a perspective that includes the development of your children. That's what a full head does to you. A full belly sends you to the toilet often. And in a lot of cases, you become obese, developing health problems, because a full belly and an empty head would not allow you to take care of yourself. I'm saying this and I'm making this example for you to understand the decision that you have to make tomorrow. And some of us are not prepared to make any sacrifice. Then how are you going to progress if you do not want to make any sacrifice? Look at those persons who would have made sacrifice and you'd see your neighbor who usually gets up every morning and head out and come back in the evening. While you walk around looking for handouts or walk around aimlessly without thinking, without understanding, without knowledge that the good book say, ask and it shall be given unto you. Seek and ye shall find. In essence, our Father is saying to us, make an effort. Make an effort. And everything is going to be all right. The way the NDP is treating you and are proposing to you is saying to you that you're foolish. You have no understanding. I see they put some things in their manifesto. You read it, and then you ask yourself, what? How this is going to happen? How is it going to happen? Only the NDP knows. Only the NDP leadership knows. You check it out. Good. Read it today or overnight. Only they know. Because it's a set of words without any substance, without any elaboration, as is in the ULP manifesto. That's why our own is 100+ pages. Because people need to read and have an understanding of what they're reading. When you write and you don't elaborate for people to understand, it means one, you intend for people who basically is at a particular level and who possibly can do their own elaboration. But again, that alone is not safe because you may have a wrong idea as to what they mean. Only the NDP knows what they mean. And you must see that as deceit. You must see that as deceit. Let me say this to you. Right now, there are two persons, two candidates in the NDP who are faced with a dilemma. And that is, they could possibly win the seat and lose it because of their violation of the Constitution of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You want to tell me that an individual wants to lead the country, because that's what your ambitions seem to say that he wants to lead the country, that he wants to be a member of the parliament of this country, to make decisions on behalf of the country, to go overseas and represent the country, to identify what might be threatening the country, threatening the citizens of the country. So you're asking them to elevate you, to protect us, to take care of us. It means that you have to be at a particular level, and you have to know the laws of the country, particularly the constitution of the country, because every single law that is made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines have to conform with the constitution. Otherwise, that law becomes unconstitutional. So the constitution is the highest law of the country. And that law says that you cannot have dual citizenship. That is to say, you cannot pledge allegiance to a foreign country or foreign power and be elected to the parliament of the country. It says you cannot serve two masters at the same time. But you ought to know that. If your ambition and aspiration is to lead the country in one way or the other, whether as prime minister, as leader of the opposition, as a senator, as a bona fide member of parliament, or a minister of government, you ought to know your constitution. And you ought to know that the constitution says that dual citizenship is not allowed in such a case. But you're going around, although it is being talked about, because it's not a secret that it was being talked about. People would make joke about it from time to time, even when Friday leave and go to Canada during burial and all that, and so on and so forth. It was being discussed. But yet, you continue to hold on to your Canadian citizenship in violation of the Constitution. You continue to hold on to your Canadian citizenship, which is a threat to your ability to represent the people who you are going around and canvassing to vote for you. It's a threat. And when you function at those levels, you ought to identify threats and eliminate them if they are going to get in your way in providing proper representation for the people who you seem to want to represent. And if you can't do that for yourself, how can you do that for me? If you can't recognize a threat against you, who is living and sleeping with it, you could touch it, you could feel it if you want, but you continue to hold on to that threat and hoping nobody notices, then you are corrupt, incompetent, dishonest, and morally bankrupt. And there's no justification for that lack of competence. No justification. They're going around and talking about the Commonwealth. Oh, Canada is a member of the Commonwealth. And we are a member of the Commonwealth. Yes. But Canada is a sovereign power. And you have pledged allegiance to that country, to defend to defend its interests, to represent it. So which one you're going to choose if push comes to shove? So whether Canada is a member of the Commonwealth, yes or no, that is the according to Leacock, that is the fundamental issue. And if you can't understand that, what else can you understand? What else are you hiding? What else are you holding on to? Or will hold on to? I say all that to say that the New Democratic Party and its leadership cannot be trusted to manage this country. They cannot be trusted because they are dishonest and they are disrespectful to you. Regardless of what you want to say. Because there are those who would try to find a justification to support and to elect. But I'll tell you something. He that knoweth the will and do it not shall be beaten by many stripes. So you can try to find all the justifications that you want. To support and elect, your death reckoning is going to come. And I can tell you, with those kind of people, those kind of character, who takes you for granted, your life will be bitter. And you're going to have regrets. Just as persons now in Trinidad and Tobago are coming out and saying, this is not what I voted for. Just as citizens of the United States of America are saying, this is not what. But how you can tell me this is not what you voted for when you know who the individuals were? A 34 times indicted felon. You elect him as president. What do you expect? Not corruption? Huh? Not lies and deceit? Which seem to be in the center of the presidency of the United States. In Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Prasad Bisesa was given one term and performed dismally, put the country in a lot of debt. Corruption is rife. And you put her back. And you expect to get a kiss and an embrace. and enjoy comfort? No. If you expected that, then you're not real. You're not thinking. We cannot make the same mistake in St. Vincent and the Grenadines because we have examples to use. In the case of Bramble and Friday, Dominica is a member of the Commonwealth. Dominica is a member of the Commonwealth. Denzel Douglas had a Dominican passport. And he was removed as an elected member of parliament when the court met and made the decision. So don't make them come and fool you and tell you stupidness and to rile you up so that you become violent and come out and try to defend them like Donald Trump did. In the 2020 elections. Can't do that. You have to understand that. Because that is what they are expecting when they come and trying to defend what they did. I say that to tell you, this is part of the choice that you have to make. This is part of the reason that you have to use to make your choice. Can you trust the people who are coming and lying to you and deceiving you? Because simply what I just said there, I have exposed their deception. They went on a wild campaign. Stricker have to give up his citizenship. Camilo Gonsalves have to give up his citizenship. Well, they did. Why you didn't give up yours? On what grounds? And Friday's a lawyer. Friday's a lawyer. He ought to know better. We are here today. We have not made the decision yet. We have tomorrow, we have tonight. You have to think whether you can trust these people. Their records in the past. Because Friday clearly said to you, you know, that the NDP is a center-right political party, which is very close to Donald Trump's party. But he said that and leave it there. But you may not understand what he means. What that means is that they are not a party that gives consideration to social issues that are impacting the poor and vulnerable. Mitchell said that because he found the leader of the NDP. And it is his political philosophy, his political ideology that they're carrying. He said anything social is a bad word. You hear me? But your ideology as the poor and vulnerable, as the working class, represents socialism. That is to say, things that are social to help you, to elevate you, to educate you, to give you economic power and flexibility. He said that's Everything social is a bad word. It's the same thing that Friday's telling you when he tell you his party is center-right. And those are things you have to understand. The same thing with Kamala Persad-Bissessar in Trinidad and Tobago. Same position. Same ideology. I met with a group yesterday that came here to monitor our election. You know, one of the questions they asked me? Is the Vincentian electorate sufficiently politicized? It's a loaded question. But I think it probably was alluded to just what I was just saying to you there. Do they understand where they stand as it relates to the two parties and their values and interests? I believe that was the objective of the question. And I'm saying to you that you have to make a decision, and the only party you can consider to vote for is the Unity Labour Party, because we are a social democratic party. We embrace social issues relating to the workers and the development, and we are a democracy. We are the freest country in the world. I say that all the time. That's what you want. That's what you want. They presided, the NDP presided over the longest wage freeze in the country. The longest wage freeze ever in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Of their 17 years in office, they increased the minimum wage once. You hear me? Once. But now, let's take this call. See, call. Let me give the people a chance to speak. Call you onto the program.
Hello.
Yes, caller.
Hi, good morning. I'm calling from New York to say good luck.
Yes.
All the best. We're going to do history tomorrow in St. Vincent. Mr. Gonzalez not going nowhere.
Yes, my dear. We are aware of that.
Maloney calling from New York.
Okay, my dear. Well, all the best to you too. I am sorry that you're not here to put your ex to the star.
Don't worry. I'm campaigning right from New York. We're not going nowhere. God is the reason God put him there.
That is important. That is what technology is for. So continue to campaign, my sister.
He's not going nowhere. We're going to do history tomorrow. And the next day is my birthday, so I'm campaigning.
Ooh, what a thing.
And celebrating for Thanksgiving and my birthday. And Mr. Gonzalez. He's not going nowhere. God put him there.
That is triple celebration then.
Exactly.
Wow.
We're going history tomorrow. Thank God.
Yes, my dear. I am happy that
all the best.
There. Yes.
Hold the faith. We're not going nowhere.
Continue to campaign, my dear. Continue. The country deserves it. Yes, we would take our first break and we'd come back.
WEFM 99.9.
The flavor nice, it's locally made. Affordable price, Lord, up to $3 retail. When you see we line, when you got a white case, show me what you like. It's cigarette from Empire. Holdings Limited, it's cigarette from Empire. Holdings Limited, with over 60 years experience. Hold the best tobacco, best ingredients. Yeah. This is your boy Luther say, support local, buy your cigarettes from Empire Holdings Limited. 10 cigarettes in a pack for up to $3 retail. Remember, smoking is not for minors.
At First National Bank, we believe being first means putting you first. Your first home, we've got the mortgage. Starting your first business, count on our commercial loans. Dreaming of your first car? Drive it home today. Heading to college? Let's fund that first big step with a student loan. No matter the milestone, make First National Bank your first choice for all your loan needs. First in service, first in trust, first for you. Call us at 456-1501 or visit us in Heritage Square so we can help put you first. First National Bank, here for you.
Yes, sir.
Our industry relies on all of us to play our part. We take pride in showcasing our beautiful island, our craft, our cuisine, and our warm Vincentian hospitality.
Each of us play a crucial role in showcasing our vibrant tourism industry. We can create spaces where visitors can unwind, connect with nature, and embrace tranquility of our beautiful surroundings.
We need everyone on board to help us create an exceptional experience for our guests.
Join us at our National Tourism Community Consultations as we shape the future of tourism in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
It's everyone's business, yeah. Live it, love it, embrace it.
Building construction and maintenance presents its complications. Lane's Home Vision is your agent of support and solution. From conceptualizing to execution and completion, we will manage your project at no cost to you and can undertake any job. From small repairs to general renovation and full construction.
Contact us now at 784-493-3411 for your consultation and hear about our exciting offers awaiting you.
Smarter metering for smarter living. Smarter metering for smarter living.
Laying the foundation
for innovation.
Then let's got your back
with smarter living.
Get more from your service.
No more speculations.
Then let's got your back
with smarter living. The Villex Smart Meter Project puts power in your hands, delivering faster data collection, consistent billing periods, and better service you can count on.
Then let's got your back
with smarter living. Smarter metering for 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 smarter living.
WEFM 99.9, home of quality programming. A source of reliable news and information. Home of legendary voices and music. WEFM 99.9, the clean first sound. Visit us online at www.999wefm.com or call 457-9994. WEFM 99.9, the clean first sound.
99.9, the heart and soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. WEFM is SVG.
Welcome back. Now, the NDP is talking about low wages. Why our wages are low? The NDP had 17 years to talk about low wages, to do something about low wages. And they did nothing. Whatever little they did, we had to be on the streets, on radio, on television, to push them towards giving consideration, not only to increase wages, but to pass legislation to protect our women and our workers in the workplace. And we got pushback every time. No, it's hypocritical, deceptive, and contradictory for the NDP to be talking now about low wages. When the NDP was in office, a woman used to make $10.80 a day. That's an hour, you know. $10.80 per day. We have a call on the line, bro. Call you on to the program. Caller? You want to shake up?
Sir, last train to San Fernando.
Boy,
get it now, boss.
Move your dummy self. Go and clean yourself. Yes, go on. Go on. Last train to San Fernando. Yes. And a male used to make $13.52. No. It look like the same person, the same call. $13.52. Now, we were on the street, we were on the radio and TV asking for equal work for equal pay. And the NDP ignored until it got close to general election. Let's see what's happening here. Hello.
Jackson?
Yes?
Morning.
Good morning, my dear.
Don't already, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Since he overseas, he never upgraded himself. He's still in a basement.
That is...
And singing for his supper.
That is apparent.
He's a parasite.
That is apparent from his...
So you know when he talk about last train for San Fernando, because they are the last train for San Fernando because he know that they can't get in. So they're fighting harder. So when you just said it for the NDP, when you need to upgrade yourself, you're like a parasite in the state. Since the Americans in basement to live in. Shameful.
I wonder if he's hiding from ICE.
Yeah, had to be something because he never upgraded himself and say it's like a parasite begging in the States.
It's apparent.
Okay.
Okay, my love. Eventually, when general election was approaching, because remember they were elected in 1984. So after the first term, well, coming to the end of the first term, they realized that they had to try to do something to convince the electorate that they deserve to get a second term. So they increased the minimum wage to $20 $20 for male and $20 for females. And that was it. We have another call on the line, bro. Caller, you on to the program.
Mr. Jackson, good morning to you.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, man, how you do?
I hear, man.
When you're on the radio station, you could go right back, way back to all the bad treatment the way they treat you, and people know exactly how it is.
Yes, yes.
There's a lot of these young people who don't listen. They just run with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have no understanding of the policies of a government. And I'm so glad that our radio was there to let people know exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And for this campaign, Mr. Jackson, all of the ignorantness that you see going on about the place, it's people who have on yellow shirt.
Yes.
I see a guy with a thing over, blowing a thing, and a lady sit down and she red shirt, she go right by the lady and just put the thing hard and the lady. So this is the kind of recklessness they want in the country.
They attacked one of our sisters in Sharps the other night. She got a whiplash. So she has one of those things around her neck. And they cornered her and blowing that flute or that horn in her face. Poor thing. And you know when that's happening, you're going to have to move your head. You understand?
Exactly.
But that is how they're operating. That shows what kind of government they're going to form.
Mr.
Because
Jackson,
their leaders are encouraging it.
I coming out of Sharp Sunday. And I had to turn back because the gentleman come out of his vehicle Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Haul up the handbrakes and go by business. And come back when he feel good and all, Papa.
A brother was telling me about that.
It's a revolution now and it's a roadblock now with the kind of foolishness they behaving with.
Yes. A brother was telling me that the leader did him that. That Sinclair Leacock did him that. Pull up his jeep, stop in the road, pull up his thing, and come out and go about his business, giving out his T-shirts and so on and so forth. Yes.
Mr. Jackson, this election here is the hardest I ever seen Sinclair Leacock campaign in that area up there.
Yeah. Everybody's talking about it.
Because the last time you say you don't have to go nowhere.
You say you don't have to campaign.
Difference.
Yes. Yeah. There's a difference. I'm telling you. And you got to watch it.
And the thing is that with the insane, Mr. Jackson, is the people who is in their home.
Yeah.
The people who they got running up and down, them is the only set of people Sinclair go around in the community looking at you now and shouting at opening the book for check.
Yes. And giving them money. And because I don't know if you can recall that when Elvis Charles ran, he won. That is Leacock. I mean. But he said after the election that the amount of $5 he handed out the night before election in an envelope, he expected to get more votes.
But I listened to him say that was true.
But I heard that. And I was wondering why the electoral office did not take that up. Because that's a criminal offense. But it is going to be worse this time. They might give out 1,000.
People by the polling station last election asking people, who you want me vote for? Just give me $100. I turn to one and say, the police is right there. And you're in there, you're there within the 100 yards where this is a mark.
Yes.
But I think what they should do this time around, they shouldn't have nobody loitering. Because the police need to be serious this time.
You can't be within that 100 yards thing. You have to stay outside of that. This election, well, remember the NDP brought in a group of 10, from Trinidad and Tobago. lawyers and so forth. But our Prime Minister already said that they have to get work permits to work.
But exactly so.
And the question is that they are not part of the freedom of movement that we have in the OECS.
Exactly.
And Barbados. So they are under scrutiny.
Exactly. It's only 3 countries sign up.
Yeah, the last time they came here, they were creating confusion. They wanted to even enter the polling stations.
Yes, I remember.
It ain't happening this time because they're going to be under scrutiny. Because the NDP has said they have to win this election at any cost. And when you say at any cost, it means you can also kill.
You know, last election up at Nice Radio, there's a lot of statements that make up there, a lot of things that said that the police should have taken up and take action against a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they did last election and that radio station was a breach.
Yes. And the one, well, don't talk about the one before the last one. Don't talk about the one before the last one. That's the 2015 elections. That is when Dougie the Freitas went and said that the election was stolen. That Exeter had won Central Leeward. And had their people rushing down to Central Leeward, blood almost running the streets.
Exactly.
And Sinclair has now said to the NDP support that they can't lose. And that as soon as the poll closes, 5:30, they must be on the street. You know the time that results come out. It's 7 after 7.
Exactly so. Yes.
So when you ask them to come on the street, what are you looking for? When you lose, what is going to happen?
Well, they
may very well born.
ULP supporters on the road.
They may very well born and loot. It's violence.
Well, they better don't come with violence.
Don't see it as anything else, you know. It's violence because when you say that you can't lose and that your supporters must come out on the street for 5:30, what are you inciting?
Violence.
Violence. Because if the results come out and you lose, then obviously you couldn't lose, so still the election was stolen.
But, Mr. Jackson, these people in Central Kingston the other day was talking about an internal poll that they do.
Mm-hmm.
And the poll showing that they're not going to win.
Yes.
The internal poll with them do show that ULP is going to get 8 seats, and the poll tell them the other seats that they might just welcome in for the ULP. And the ULP could end up with 12 seats.
Yeah, we could end up because Bramble seat and Friday seat would be among the lot.
Them is two gone.
Yes. So they win, they lose.
Exactly.
You know? Yes.
And I hear them, they right across the black there, so, and he don't afraid for talk off him out when he drink to Guinness.
And
they talk about it. That is why they're so aggressive.
He's still drinking Guinness?
Well, he just have them there.
Well, he was drinking a lot of Guinness at one time and then started to have problems. You know,
But I know he went and got his icy boat and so on.
Yes, you know that he's still drinking Guinness. But the fact of the matter is that I tell you the truth, brother. Green Hill, in particular, but Central Kingston is like a hub, particularly Green Hill, from those houses that were built up there. Sometimes you wonder if it's a city, the amount of cars you see coming up and going down, coming up and going down, coming up and going down. That was done without the NDP and Sinclair Leacock.
But I know all of that.
That was created without the NDP and Sinclair Leacock.
He tells some people the other day he can't do anything because he ain't in government. They must vote for he, and when he's in government, he will do this and he will do that.
Forces must chase him. You know what you want to do? I don't know if you notice the billboard he have up in Central Kingston, you know. One of the first things he have is increased police presence in Central Kingston. Central Kingston is not a mecca of crime.
No.
No, not at all. Just like what Trump is doing in the United States. One of the first things you have on the billboard, and they have guys wrong there, right wrong there, and none of them must notice how must even read it. Or some of them must can't even read it.
Well, he talk about the bat, where he does go there and lime. But he should tell the people them who using it there, they should keep it clean.
Bro, the fact of the matter is this, that we got to pay attention here.
I only hope the young people.
This administration already purchased land. The land by Clark, them down the road.
Yeah.
To build a clinic. But he putting up,
the clinic is right there.
Yes, he going to build a clinic in Sharps. He going to build a clinic in Sharps. Build a clinic in Sharps. The way the clinic is building now is for every single village in the constituency to have access.
Exactly. You have access by Brown Hardway to go down, and you have access from the school coming up.
You don't worry with Sinclair Leacock and them, you know. Them is fake. Decepticons. The next thing is this. That he told the first public meeting he had in Green Hill, in the square there by Esther Shop. He said that if he loses time, he ain't coming back, he ain't running again. The fact of the matter is...
But he said so the last time.
Well, he said so the last time. But as it stands now, if by some act of irresponsibility, the NDP wins, and I think the people of this country are responsible, Sinclair Leacock will not do anything to the constituency of East Kingston. There are few people who he may very well help, who has been lapping behind him all the years. But generally, it's going to be for his retirement.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, it's going to be for his retirement. So, the people of West Central Kingston have to consider what they're doing, because there's a young man who is hungry to represent. He has done so much things, so many things, by the time he was confirmed as candidate for the ULP.
I live in that constituency all my life. And for a young man that just come and organize himself like that and get things going,
I'm telling you,
he deserves to represent the people in Parliament.
But he is not elected. But he's doing things. He's finding ways and means to get things done. Sinclair want money. What he wants is Ralph must establish a constituency fund for he to have access to money to spend. You could imagine that?
Mr. Jackson, tell me how you're going to establish that. Because
ask me again.
Got some small constituency and they got a constituency bill. How are you going to portion out the money?
Yeah, but the point of it is this. He is not part of the party that is elected to government. So how are you going to establish a fund for he to have access to spend? He wants to be elected for life.
I always hear him talk about that.
Yeah? The thing about it is this, you hear, my brother. Sinclair Leacock is not fit for public office. I could tell you that.
Well, they should listen to Linton.
He's not fit for public office.
And the way how they treat Linton, they treat everybody the same way.
Yes, well, Linton's talking about the hatred that was inculcated in the NDP, and that hatred was inculcated by James Mitchell. James Mitchell inculcate that hatred in the ULP. That is why up to today, no matter how you walk and hawk hard in the Grenadines, person said they could paint the street in gold, we vote in NDP. Because it's them and us. Mitchell created that culture. That culture of hatred in the NDP was inculcated by James Mitchell. You know? Yes. But Linton also know that. But
remember in the early days they were chewing container and all kind of things.
Block me and tell me they're going to ship me out in an empty container.
I remember that good.
Yes. But Jano,
I remember the benefiting today, but they know where the voice come from for them to be benefiting today.
I telling you, my brother, there's so many people I see. When I went into this thing, they were young people just start to work. Some of them now have 2-3 houses. The children on go secondary school, gone to university, come back as doctors and lawyers and engineers. You know? But that's my calling. And after all these years, not a soul could point their hand in my face. Because I've been above board all the time. I got calls, you know. But when I call them back is when one member come and say they have a problem. You know?
Maybe your great aunt should have teach them a thing or two. Some of them.
Well, you're telling me that old man, Lord. I can't talk me until me coffin board knock. You know? Yeah, man. But we're going to take a second break.
Yes, all right then. Enjoy it.
Okay, man. Love every time. Mm-hmm.
WEFM 99.9.
The flavor nice, it's locally made. Affordable price, Lord, up to $3 retail. When you see we line with the red and white case, show me what you like. It's cigarette from Empire. Holdings Limited, it's cigarette from Empire. Holdings Limited, with over 60 years experience. Hold the best tobacco, best ingredients. Yeah. This is your boy Lou to say, support local, buy your cigarettes from Empire Holdings Limited. 10 cigarettes in a pack for up to $3 retail. Remember, smoking is not for minors.
For over 20 years, Cubano Limited professionally delivers top quality products and exceptional service. Located in Sand Hill in Kingstown, we are open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We supply animal feed, dog and cat food, animal supplements, a wide range of floral supplies, nursery pots, ground cover and shade cloth, and much more. We also stock a wide range of motor vehicle supplies, including automotive oils, filters for all vehicles, engine coolants, and much more. Email us today at Cubano_1@hotmail.com or call us today 451-2911 or 493-7175. Cubano Limited, professional, top quality, and exceptional service.
At Lynch Caribbean, yes, we offer comprehensive insurance solutions and broking, but we are more than an insurance broker. We drill down to your core business strategy. We keep a pulse on risk to keep your operations healthy.
On your mark, get set.
Along the way, helping you to drive competitive advantages. At Lynch Caribbean, we have your back. Contact us today for insurance solutions, strategic risk advisory, and more. Call 453-3300. Email info@lynchcaribbean.com or visit our office in Beachmont, Kingstown. Follow Lynch Caribbean SVG on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, or visit www.lynchcaribbean.com.
That could have been you. An accident that could have been avoided because your tires had almost no grip on the road. Safety is a factor that should never be overlooked when it comes to your car or whatever you drive. SVG Tire Sales and Services in Falls Avenue and in Arnisvale carries a wide selection of quality new tires to fit any car, truck, minibus, or SUV, so you can experience a comfortable and safe commute every time. We are agents for the world's most reliable brands on and off the road, including Kenda Tires, the king of the mountain. Cooper Tires, king of the road and track. Ostone, the king of the outback. And High Fly, the king of the Asian highway. We also carry new tires for light or heavy-duty trucks. From MRF, High Fly, and Linglong, a reliable set of new tires keep you, your passengers, and your payload always in the safe lane. So when you need quality tires with reliability at 100%, choose SVG Tire Sales and Services in Kingstown, 457-1467, or in Arnisvale, 456-6444. SVG Tire Sales and Services. Performance and reliability proven when the rubber meets the road.
WEFM 99.9, home of quality programming. A source of reliable news and information. Home of legendary voices and music. WEFM 99.9, the clean first sound. Visit us online at www.999wefm.com or call 457-9994. WEFM 99.9, the clean first sound.
99.9, the heart and soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. WEFM is SVG.
Welcome back. This contradiction I've been asking for help with. Because the NDP is talking about wages being low in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But the people who they are promoting to be the engine of the economic growth in the country, the engine of the economy in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, is saying that the wages are too high. I need to understand that contradiction. Because somebody have to be fooling somebody. Somebody had to be telling somebody something that they ain't telling us. You know? And that contradiction, I want some answers to. Because they are saying in the manifesto that the wages are low. But they would have contributed significantly to the low wages in this country. When the ULP was elected to office and Ralph Gonsalves went to the ministry, the Prime Minister's office and the Ministry of Finance, he met a document there that Mitchell had on his desk for 12 years. The reclassification of the public service, in which the police them get 47 and all kind of thing %. In which the starting salary of policemen were increased significantly. One of the first acts by this administration, and bring them to where they are. 12 years, it was on his desk. But the school children tell me, you have police in there talking about voting NDP. Especially some of them who go there recently hot and sweaty. They don't have a single idea of what has happened in the country and what has brought them to where they are. 12 years. And they're talking now about wages and salaries low. Let's take this call, bro. Call you on to the program. Shakeup. You're on here. And John, make
good morning, Mr. Jackson.
Come straight to the point because I don't have a lot of time leave and I have a lot of things to say. Yes, morning, John.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
All right, good morning.
Morning.
No, I'm calling upon people of Central Kingston. I am begging y'all, come out tomorrow and vote for this young, handsome Marvin Fraser. We have enough of liquor. Liquor has done nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing for the people of Central Kingston.
More than drunk people.
Are you?
More than drunk people and get them a $20.
Are you? I want to ask the people of Central Kingston something serious today. Today is the 26th of November. Central Kingston people, what did liquor have done for you all? Nothing. Zero. Huh? Zero. My God. And for the last 15 years, you all have nothing for benefits for liquor. So are you going back? I'm supposed to come again for the next 5 years again? Huh? Can some people wake up? Wake up and smell the careful. Because the cock said, this is the last time of running for politics.
I don't know if they love opposition, John. They love opposition.
So let me call up the people of Central Kingston and the whole of Central Kingston are going to be.
Yes.
6 in a row. 6 in a row.
Yes, sir.
6 in a row.
Yes, bro.
We in Central Kingston had enough of liquor. Liquor ain't there for the last 15 years. Liquor has never put down myself. 9 years above wall in Central Kingston. Nothing in Central Kingston. So, Marvin Fraser is the man for this time. For this time, people. Yes, up. Support Marvin Fraser all in Central Kingston tomorrow. God bless you.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Thank you, John. Love every time. Now, the thing about it is this. The NDP has not changed one bit, you know. And their intention is the same as before. Because the NDP had embraced a policy of weight suppression. That is why for 13 years they did nothing. Weight suppression. And the idea was they had adopted a document called the Singapore Experience. Caller, you're on the line. Hello. Caller?
Good morning, Comrade Jackson. How are you?
I'm all right, my sister. And you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As they hear you talking about you have they want constituency on money. They don't get money for office. They have some of them kind of office not all. So what am I do with that money there?
Yeah, well, that's the question, you know. And the thing about it is you can't stay away because everywhere you go, you won't pay rent, so they have to evacuate.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Because I want to know.
And but the people of Central Kingston knows this. They knows this.
People overdo jobs. You got know that you get money every month, $1,800 for assisting when you not pay one country nothing. And if I can very do a kind of thing, I could get one girl one night.
You wonder
do with that money?
You wonder if you work for them. Eh?
It must be. Has to be. Must be because nobody can be so stupid.
You know?
No.
And the constituency need attention. It need to develop.
Yeah, and then the man says, me not got money, me not there, I got money. But
And if they vote him, he's going back in opposition again.
Yeah. But,
and continue to tell them that you can't do nothing to help them.
Can't do nothing. So we are doing the money we are getting for 1,800. We pay like bill and pay this and pay that and pay rent. We are doing that.
He said that the salary too small, so you take it and probably make up
of
his salary.
Course.
Probably.
Nobody not from read and spell get tell you take it. You could read for yourself and well, every voter in this constituency nobody must vote for NDP.
Sister Maloney.
None.
Sister Maloney.
They are too wicked, bad-minded. And I got nothing enough to complain them the people too.
Sister Maloney.
If that's what happened to me and you.
Ralph them did 24 years. Did so many things for this country, and they asking nothing but no increase in salary.
Tell me that. No, none.
You're in opposition. You want to go home 10 o'clock for dodo.
Dodo.
But you want to talk about increase in salary.
I pay them, I pay for dodo.
Blasted parasite.
Yeah. You know, them otherwise, when they go home, go sleep here. And you have a day.
Yes, my sister.
The girl who comes from America, my niece.
Okay. Oh.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Take care. Bye.
Okay, man. Great. So, the Singapore experience basically advised to keep wages and salaries low in order to attract investors. The NDP adopted that. But we didn't see no investor came. None came. No investor of substance came here. We have a call on the line. Caller, you're onto the program. Caller, you're onto the program. Good morning.
Hey, morning, Mr. Bonady. The same thing you're talking about there. Hey, Mr. Bonady. The same thing you're talking about there, they try to get on to you Monday to tell you about that, you know.
What?
Where the rent.
Oh.
But you see, here the people are in the same bracket.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, but the train.
Because the mother was one of them who in Mr. Campbell's time.
They threw him out. They asked him, they evict him, they asked him to leave because they want the place because he ain't making no contribution to their welfare.
He ain't paying, and every month he gets $1,500 to pay like bill and the water, bill and the rent.
And to have somebody in the office.
And and then it's 3 times now we don't have to move just every second time we doing that now, you know.
Yes, bro.
First place is run by Cappy Ledlow. But them children dash him out because Cappy been done there.
Yes.
And he getting on with the same kind of prerogative again. So that's the kind of people that want to represent them, you know.
Yes, I
don't know. Why I have to move out to South Africa. Me don't want to. Them kind of fellow they say going and vote for them.
It's a sin. It's a sin.
That's why I don't vote in Central again. If that's it, I don't vote in Central three consecutive years. 15 years.
If you know the amount of things Marvin done do. If you know the amount of things Marvin done do since he came there. It's yesterday I discovered. He never tell me that. It's yesterday I go to somebody to talk to them about something for the constituency. And they told me.
Okay.
Yeah. They told me Marvin came to them to get help. To get help. To pay the passage of 2 students. For them to go back to university. And of course, he got the help for them to be able to travel back. He had contacts. He could simply organize the people into groups, little women group, little youth group and thing. Use the community to do little adult education programs and so on because I have people with that kind of ability in the constituency. Nothing at all. Just sit back on his backside and saying how he can't do nothing because he ain't in government. Lazy. And person encouraging that. Eh? How we could encourage something like that? Eh? Can't encourage that. Too long into that. I get rid of he. You call on the line? We have to do better than what we're doing. You know? I notice again, NDP, I tell the NDP looking forward to the past, you know. We have a call on the line. Call you on.
Sir Jackson. Morning, man.
Morning.
Yes. You know something that plenty of us in Sylvan, so you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Ever since 2001, you have a certain set of people make up their mind. Whether if they get into political government, they're not going to vote for NDP.
Yeah.
So look away NDP say, do a Friday and them false promises and lie telling and try to fool people. Them think you're not getting close to this set of people.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Labour Party side of people. Maybe catching some of the NDP and them. Yeah, but if NDP and them not doing lying and they're still voting for him and thinking the kind of horrible statement and the kind of horrible with them fellas and him want the government govern. But they just hate myself put in the head. They had it against guns up and then the violence of the people putting up things that stone that open stone the best.
Yes.
So them creating all the violence in Philippines too.
Yes.
So when I hear people saying, NDP might this and NDP might get that and NDP might get that. When I look now, man, Vincent and without pride and them talk and all the stupidity talking, Vincent and don't know who they're going to vote for.
Of course.
The two sides are sitting right now.
Of course.
Labour Party at 9 seats. Carlos win it by 1. And now we in government and the kind of might have good things he used to do.
Yes.
Before you win that seat.
Yes.
Make you win that seat. Carlos will not win that seat big time. Big time.
And Patel Matthews is a better candidate than Kishore Shallow.
This guy is a being spirit coming to a man.
You're a tin cup.
And pushing like spirit we can see high places.
You're a tin cup.
Have some Satan take up president in some way. That guy is a stupid and an ignorant guy. I don't know if it jump from a certain thing that he go train like that happen so. But that guy did some evil spirit strong that guy did. Some evil deeds strong that guy then in the big whole NDP and them.
Yes.
So when a man talk about Labour Party and they're fighting the one Friday them say this and they're gonna raise it and they're gonna tell all the lies. They think like a man in the like a put way, you know. We tell one Friday and not to tell public people to what they because they can't fulfill. Friday yes. Come back and try to check intention.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I can't do them, I will come back and say I can't do them. Yes. Because you know you can't do them. Friday not a leader, you end up hiding Friday.
Yes.
If hiding Friday from the media and all kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what journalists, when Friday go and talk about 60 days agreement and giving people civil servant this and give the civil servant that. And he has campaign. If people them that irrational people them that they're on Friday, a white journalist and then come to a Friday no deep question. Because you know Friday can't understand, Friday can't handle itself, Friday is not a leader. Yes. Friday is fake. That what occupy you know you have a good batsman.
You know,
and then you say boy I want to go to the restroom.
You know you're running out of time.
And pass hold on for me till I come back.
You know you're running out of time. Run out of time.
Yeah, all right, man.
Yeah, man, love every time.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, but the thing is, the election of Godwin Friday in itself is a backward step. Can't afford to do that. Go out to the polls tomorrow and vote overwhelmingly for the star.